Hello, hello. This is Andy. That's my right hand. That's my left hand. This is my third cup of coffee. This is Andy. That's my right hand. And for some reason, my left hand. The mic's not working. This is my third cup of coffee. This is Andy. That's my right hand. And for some reason, my left hand. The mic's not working. This is my third cup of coffee. This is Andy. That's my right hand. On. All right, so I'm going to try this again without the horrible echo effect right here. Hello, Wild Eden. How are you doing? Glad to see. You'll notice that even though I do have the traditional cup of coffee, my right and my left hand here, the blocks in the tower, I've decided that because it's Super Bowl Sunday, I don't have to wear pants. I am wearing pants, but I'm not wearing like legitimate pants. And joining me today, you'll see at least from like here down, my girlfriend. She is going to be playing with me today. So you'll get to enjoy some of the slapstick repartee that I find very amusing, at least. So do you want to start up?
Yeah, first? I mean, just checking my voice. Can people hear me? I
think people can hear. If they can hear you,
yeah,
they can. That is a big mug of coffee. It's a respectable mug.
It's a respectable size.
Mug.
It's not huge. It's not as big as maybe it looks on camera. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So what appears in camera can be a little bit deceptive. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe like the size of your hands might
be. Oh, hey, I see what you're doing. All right. Do you want to start first? You want me to start first? What do you want to do? And do you want to go with right hand or left hand?
Well, I think, I know you've been doing this on a regular basis.
I haven't yet.
And I did actually say I wouldn't play you because you've been practicing. But for that reason, I'm going to go right hand.
You're going to go right hand? All right.
And I think I'm going to go first.
All right, go ahead. Hello, Tobin. How are you doing?
Now, do we think it's safe to have the coffee? Thank you.
Thank you. Coffee out of there.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So let's just see what's loose here. Oh.
Now, do you want to do this in the chair? Do you want to pull the chair up?
No. I think this is better.
Well, I think I'm going to be a wussy, and I'm going to sit. I'm going to pull the chair up so I can.
Okay. Well, you can sit over here.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit over there.
Then maybe I'll sit here, but I'll probably have to move to do mine.
Yeah. Well, yes. It'll be. This. Does this count as exercise?
I hope so. Because I was a few minutes short of closing my ring.
Oh, Amy was being good.
Andy guilted me into it.
I didn't go into exercise. I don't guilt people into exercise.
Well,
no, this is interesting. You put it over here and not in the middle. So I'm going to put mine here, right there in the middle.
Are you supposed to put it in the middle?
I can put it anywhere I want to.
Is that a strategy that I'm not aware of?
I don't know. I don't think so. All right.
There's a hair.
Look at you. You don't even have to move. This is just showing your dominance, Andy Hall. I don't even have to move out of my chair. All right. I can see that. I hope everyone's doing well. James Henry, how are you?
Just a hair in the middle of the Jenga box. Well, I'm glad the kitchen isn't so dirty.
No, the kitchen looks fine. The kitchen looks fine. So some of you may have read the title of today's Jenga episode. I'm not even going to move. I'm going to be lazy.
I didn't read the title. So is there something I'm supposed to be?
There is no. This is not. No, this is all about.
Is there a theme I'm supposed? Oh, of course.
This is Jenga Towers and maybe some adoption stuff.
Oh yes.
All good, Andy. I'm actually doing remarkably well. I think. I don't want to sound too cheeky.
He's doing much better than I think he would have been doing.
Right.
Than you. Yeah, I would expect.
So I talked to my mother for the first time yesterday. That's the headline, because the subtitle is Jenga Towers and maybe some adoption stuff. But right, James Henry, right? So I talked to my mother for the first time. I know, of course, I had an adopted mother. This is my birth mother, the genetic mom I talked to for the first time yesterday. You gonna do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that bad?
No, it's not bad for me. This is like high-level Jedi talk. So my sister, how did it go? Well, I had two conversations. I had two groups of conversations. The first one was with my half-sister, Rebecca, and she emailed me on Friday afternoon. I'm not going to try to move this. I'm not going to try to move this one. It looks like
put it back.
I'm going to put it back. So my half-sister emailed me on Friday afternoon and left her phone number. I didn't know she was my half-sister at the time. She said, my name is blah, 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 and here's my telephone number, and I may have information about your birth parents. So I gave her a call up yesterday, and I just want to say that I did some basic research on her too. I knew what her name was. I knew how she found me, and so I did my due diligence to make sure she wasn't a scammer. Not that it would have, not that I have anything to scam, really.
I had that thought too.
I thought she could have been a scammer too, but I checked her out, and she seemed legit. So I called her, and she was at work, and I left a message, identified who I was, what my telephone number is, and she called me back actually just when I was doing some editing work for my newest short, which is the Jenga Towers short, 15 seconds of fun, that is.
Right.
And
so if you like Jenga,
check out that short. See what you did there. Yeah.
If you're watching this show for the Jenga and not for Andy.
No, I don't. I think I'm here for the Jenga and not for Andy, to tell you the truth. But yeah, so she called my half-sister. My sister, it turns out my half-sister called me as I was editing that video. And it was a very emotional 10-minute conversation. I'm not going to lie to you. You may think of me as just a stoic, kind of happy person. Oh, yeah,
but we can't see the top of the tower. We also can't see your face.
We don't know who wants to see my face.
Oh, okay.
They see my face during the morning show. They don't need to see my face now.
Okay.
Well, they will see my face at some point. I'll look around the tower like that. So it was a very emotional 10 minutes. It was a very emotional 10 minutes. And I had to cut the conversation because I was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed with the feels. And so long story short, we decided to give her a call up after her shift was over, and called her up at 8:30 last night. And I talked to her for 25 minutes, and then my mom happened to be around. She lives with her for part of the year, and it was. I had prepared myself. In between the first conversation and the second conversation, so I wouldn't be an emotional mess. And I feel like I was successful. And so whenever the pandemic is over, or I get vaccinated, I plan to go see her, and then probably see my half-sister too. And I have it turns out that the people in my family, they like to have kids. They like to have kids, and they're very successful at having kids. So I'm actually part of a very large family, of a good sized family. And so, yeah. All right, what do I got here? Wild Eden. Can you pass me my coffee? I thought I'd be moving around.
Oh,
right.
Now you're like.
Well, you have to travel far. Well, there's two locations. When my mother, she is a snowbird, so that means she leaves the icy cold north during the snowy season. So by the time I get vaccinated, she won't be too far away. She'll be easily like a day's drive, like a couple of hour drive.
Maybe 6.
Yeah, okay,
if
maybe.
It's 4 to New York City. Then.
Yeah. And then my other relatives seem to be in North Carolina, and that would require more planning and more time. But they do have a yearly reunion. Oh, hey, what just happened? Did it wobble?
It's wobbling a little, but it's the table.
Is it the table?
Yes, I remember playing before that if you lean on the table.
I can't lean on the table. That's the...
I can,
but that's not going to help.
No.
Yeah, so that would be a long drive. You're right. That would be a long drive, James Henry, to head down to North Carolina from here.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to move.
Well, you don't have to move.
Well, I'm going to move. I don't want to get in your way. I think you're overestimating your ability.
Well, I think I'm also taking.
How is that possible? You can't show the people what you're doing. Show the people. Is this cheating?
Is this cheating? I didn't touch this other one. It just came.
I think that counts for my turn.
I think it just came with it, and I don't know.
Yeah, just put it up there, and we'll give you 2. I don't know if that means anything. Maybe I'll go twice. I don't know. I'm being very, very benevolent, I guess. If we were just playing this for just the 2 of us, I'd be a little bit more. Cheater. That's right, James Henry.
Really? I don't know. It wasn't planned. It wasn't.
No, it didn't plan.
I didn't touch that other block at all. You could see clearly.
Well, that's the skill of it. Once you know that you're moving the second block. Once you start moving one block and you discover the second block is moving faster, you have to be able to stop moving the first block and pivot to the next block.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what I was supposed to do?
Well, I mean, in my humble opinion. I like traveling too. And actually, my girlfriend, I'll say this, she has gotten me out of the house. Well, before the pandemic, she got me out of the house a lot more than I would normally. So, and I'm sure you must be interested because you've heard stories about my my adopted family.
Oh yeah.
Right, and you've seen my 2 kids up close.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I am curious about the genetic family that. Oh, here comes one with you. It's not. See, now is that cheating?
No, because I stopped, and now did you say there was a second one moving?
Do your middle piece like you were, the same one. Down here, yeah.
I don't even know which one.
What? It was that one right there. You got it. Touch down.
No, that one
more.
seems a little bit wobbly.
That
seems a little bit wobbly. No, I'm revoking.
No. Go back. I just want to show you what was happening.
If you show me what it is, then it's going to fall. I can't do that.
I don't think so.
That. It's going to fall.
I'm not. Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, so seeing the, we speak in geek, so we have the N of 3 in terms of what I know, the number of data points from my genetic history. It's only 3. Me and my 2 kids, but now that I have a lot of genetic, people out there
material
that I know of.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
I found something. I'm getting outsmarted, indeed. I taught myself Hungarian in order to trace my father's relatives in Budapest. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I traveled there on my own, and it turned out to be an adventure. Oh, I'm sure it was. Wild Eden.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Hungary.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah, to visit.
To visit, yes. I've never thought about living in Hungary.
Mm-mm.
But, visiting there.
Okay, so I'm going to show you.
Show me.
Well, okay.
But if it falls, it's your fault.
It's not. Oh yeah, I agree. I totally. I will lose the game. But now it's not doing. It's the same thing it was doing. So.
Shazam!
But see that one?
Well, that's mine. You just loosened me after me, baby. That's what you did.
All right.
My father wouldn't teach me his own language. That's parental love right there, Wild Eden. Yeah. I found out that the tinnitus that I have in my ears all the time, even now as I speak of it, it's still ringing.
Well, whenever you mention it.
Whenever I mention it, it just gets louder.
Exactly.
But it's a family trait. Everyone on my mom's side of the family have crap ears. They just have crap ears. Actually, I didn't tell you this, Amy. My mother had perforated a hole in her eardrum, and they had to do something. The doctors had to do something with the hole in her eardrum. It didn't totally take, so she's partially deaf in her left ear. Wow.
Now, I always thought that if you like puncture your eardrum or something like that, I don't know if it was a genetic thing or a accident or something punctured it, but I always thought they really couldn't do anything and that it would just heal. It would just seal back up.
Apparently, there are many ways to hurt your ears. Yeah, you got to go up. Excuse me. Oh, now you're in trouble.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do with that?
Well, what I've done in the past is I would just tap it back in and go for an easier piece.
Is it easier though?
Or, I don't know, you have to gauge whether or not you want to risk taking it out or tapping it back in. You're in a pickle.
I like pickles.
Well, all right, see, it worked out. You're just setting me up.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable.
Wild Eden says, Hungarian is one of the most difficult languages to learn. I immersed myself in it, studied, read it, listened to, Mega radio, and watch. Now, is that a Slavic language? I want to say it might be Slavic, but it may not be. Because you have like Austria, which is Germanic, right? That's they speak German there, from what I understand. And there's no other language that is similar to the Hungarian in Europe. But okay, so that's what I thought. I had this crazy idea that maybe Hungarian is kind of like Finnish in the sense that it's its own thing. It's its own weird,
interesting, fascinating
bit. When I was in Hungary, I had to make myself understood because they didn't have English as their second. Well, I thought that was law, that English always had to be a second language that other countries, especially in Europe, had to speak, right? No, that's not law.
Yeah, I don't know. It would have to be a European Union law, right? But I'm not sure. I've not heard that that's a thing. So.
Hungarians usually. Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask a stupid question. I'm going to guess the Hungarian is very close or derived from the language that the Huns spoke.
Makes sense.
I heard that they have a statue of Attila the Hun in Budapest.
Really?
That's, as I recall, as I bring back my deep, deep knowledge, I remember hearing that they have a good-sized statue of Attila the Hun in Budapest. In Budapest restaurants and hotels, and the staff speak English, but outside they don't.
The tourist industries.
The Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Andy loves to talk about the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
I do. Just because of their
mostly
role in
when you're
World War
drunk.
I. Yeah, mostly when I'm drunk. I do a lot of talking when I'm drunk. Or when they were just the Austrian Empire, when Napoleon beat the crap out of them.
Right.
Repeatedly. Oh, wow. My father's middle name is Attila. How awesome is that?
Now that's cool.
He would be considered the butcher of Europe if you're in Italy, probably. But in Hungary, he's a national hero.
Do you want to talk about what your name was going to be?
Oh, I even forgot what was it, Jimmy? So I was talking with my mother, and she asked me
Jimmy Dale, I think.
If she wanted me to know what she originally named me before she gave me up for adoption. And my full name, just to let everyone know, is Andrew Scott Hall, but my but my birth name that she gave me was like Jimmy Dale.
I think it was Jimmy Dale.
Yeah.
Cutter.
Right. So it would be Jimmy Dale would be my
Or James, probably
James,
formally, but
right.
she would have called you.
Interesting story is that named after a gentleman from their town who died in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't leave me anything.
No. Oh no. What are we gonna do?
Well, you should just be. Oh, hey, look at this. See, I'm always like this. I always start complaining.
I know. It's like
I start
we haven't even
complaining
tried-
about
we
not
literally
having
tried three
anything.
things, and we're like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
did you leave me anything?
Well, James, Henry, when I got my 23andMe results back, it just turned out I'm white. So yeah, I'm a lot of Irish, a lot of English, Scott Welsh. Wild Eden. My father spent 3 years in a Russian prison. Was that during the Hungarian uprising? See, I know things. Because there was a Hungarian uprising, I think, in 52 or something like that.
I was not aware of that, but
I think it was during that Prague Spring stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you know that.
Oh, well, thank you. Andy Hall, you do not surprise me with your musky odors and your knowledge of obscure history.
Wow. Well,
he
Eden said his brother, her uncle.
Her uncle, yeah.
Assuming Wild Eden is a female, I'm not even sure.
Your uncle was executed in 1956. Yeah, I think that was during the spring.
That's
basically
that's horrible.
A bunch of countries in the Eastern Bloc, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, wanted out or wanted reforms, and
from the Soviet Union.
From the Soviet, yeah, they were satellite countries.
Right.
See, this is what I do. Now I'm going to start complaining. There's nothing for me to take from.
And then you'll find that magic piece.
And then I'll find it. Look at this.
Yeah.
Quite Scottish. The Hungarian uprising, right, James Henry? All right. Yeah, I did it.
I make it feel like that's a challenge, Andy.
Well, we are playing a game.
All right. See what you can do now, he says.
Did you have ginger hair? I was blonde. I was very blonde. Your uncle was only 16. That's horrible.
Oh man.
I was blonde. Like my son was very blonde.
Now he's like black hair.
Yeah.
Really dark.
See, but now I'm going blonde again, right?
Yeah, blonde.
I'm going blonde.
That's what we're calling
we're calling my hair now?
If you were a woman, she'd call it blonde.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
Because women are vain.
I'm narcissistic. Is that the same thing? I don't think it is.
It's not quite the same, I don't think.
But my son's hair was like super white. We called him Whitey for a while, like after Whitey Bulger. See, it's going to fall. All right. I got to pray.
He's on his knees, ladies and gentlemen.
On my knees. Trying to.
You know, Eden, I've thought about letting my hair go silver. I'm not quite ready for that though. I'm still doing the dyeing. But I have a friend who let her hair just go gray, and I think it looks beautiful.
Who's that?
Jen.
Did I see Jen's hair? Is she the one with the mohawk?
Yeah.
Jen with a mohawk. Well, she
doesn't really have a mohawk.
She has a mohawk.
It's not a traditional mohawk, but I guess she could.
It's kind of like a faux hawk.
Style,
right?
Right?
So now you get to see my face. I'm sorry. It couldn't be helped. I'll move to let Amy.
Oh, twisty turny.
Yeah.
Oops.
I was about to talk some smack and say that was never going to work. You're proving me wrong.
Well, I haven't gotten it out yet, and I haven't put it back, so we'll see. 10 seconds.
What I'm impressed at is that you're able to do it from one seated position while I have to maneuver all around.
I think this is
This
part
area.
of your like anxiety, nervousness,
think
tick
so.
thing. I think that's why. I
Some
don't
kind
think.
of tick.
Yeah, I don't think it really has to do with the game.
No.
I think it's just your behavior.
My pathology. That's what you're
yeah,
trying to say,
exactly,
right?
Yeah. How many stories do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We are 28 levels high.
Now,
We do have a level. We didn't start off with the
what did
official
you
number of
do with
levels
the
because
other
we
block?
still have a missing block. We found the block and now it's missing again. So we started off with one level less than the official Jenga
I
set.
swear I put
Yeah,
it over
you
here.
will find it.
Okay.
Oh, I found it right there. Well, I found a block to move. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's nice technique too, Andy. Go like
Mm.
the slight lift. Oh, maybe too much. That was really nice.
Thank you.
I like that technique.
See, this is affirming. We're not competing, we're affirming. That's what we are. I blew it.
You did blow it.
I blew it.
You lost the game, Andy.
I did. I lost. I like the metal surface there. It makes a very loud
The
crash.
glass?
It
Yeah.
makes a loud crash.
Oh, hey, Andy. You put your computer
I
on
put my
top.
computer on
I was
the
like,
missing.
I know it's around here, right here
Well,
at this
you're right.
table. And
So
I
now
knew
we're gonna
it.
have a full fledged.
See? We have a whole nother level now. This is the one that Andy couldn't find. That I put on the table for him to
That's
find.
what you need in a relationship. You need someone to help unstupefy you, or me. All right, that was completely my fault. I thought I had it. Because usually the difficulty is pulling the block out and not putting it up on top.
I understand.
Okay, we'll bring this bad boy back down, back to where the action is, back to my hands. You know, I have a friend who's a hand model.
No, you don't.
I do so.
Who?
Michael Duggan, who's been on the show. He's an author, an artist, right? He did the coloring book for the gods.
Yeah, I remember the coloring book. I didn't know he was a hand model.
He's done hand modeling
Did he
before.
show his hands on the video?
No. Why would he show?
Well, because he's a hand model.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Do you have to
we
pay
were-
extra if he
No.
shows his
Mike's
hand?
been a long time friend of mine. I've known him for decades, and he was promoting his book. You know, so we didn't want
to promote his hand model work. And, no? Okay.
Tobin says, I remember correctly, it was something like 30 stories is the record for Jenga within a very short window of time, too. It was within like 2 minutes, I think, Tobin. I think it was like boom, 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 boom.
Oh, they
like
went
that.
super fast.
That was a super fast. So I think I'm going to get my skill level down in terms of putting the blocks in.
So it's
and
faster?
Then I'm going to try to crank up the speed. I'm going to do speed Jenga.
Oh, I want to, speed Jenga.
It will not be as calming and relaxing as this is, I'll tell you that.
No. I do feel a bit like I'm on like an NPR story or something. Like the calm.
The calm, yeah.
The voices
Right.
are very calm for the most part.
I believe I have a high, irritating, nasally voice made for NPR.
Yes. I had a coworker who was who would train us, and she had a very, very NPR voice.
Oh, did she? Like Silk? Did she have a voice like Silk?
And now we're going to do this, and then you will click on this button and try that. Will everyone try that with me? She's a very
my voice
very
is
soothing.
My voice is not calming or soothing typically. No. It's
Are we putting these on?
Yes, we are. I just had to, fully form the bottom, and now this is the penthouse.
Oh yeah,
this is the
that's where we live, Andy.
Here, yeah.
We live in the penthouse.
All right, here we go. Do you want me to go first? You went first last time. I mean, winner, you won.
Oh, I am the winner.
Choose.
I think I get to.
If you want to go first, or if you want me to go first.
I think I'm going to choose to go first again, and I'd like you to push that tower over here a little bit.
No. I'm
Really?
playing mind games. Now I gotta put this back into frame. That's right.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
The camera was over.
right. I know. Here we go. Yeah, so Mike, my buddy Mike, who was a hand model, he did, well, everything that you would expect a starving artist to do. He was a stand-up comic for a while. He did comic books, very talented
He's an
comic
illustrator?
book illustrator.
Okay,
He's an illustrator.
that's great. I like that.
Yeah, so he's done a ton of things.
Oh, Blazing Wizard Pope is here.
Blazing! Hey, how's it going?
Now, wait a second. James Henry. He says you do not have a regional accent, which I have to argue with. Have you heard him say I dear?
Well, you really like popcorn.
I love popcorn.
You love how I say popcorn.
Yeah, well, popcorn. And it just makes me think of little puppies in the tub. But
I will say that my regional accent, at least in my humble opinion, is not as bad as other
no, you're right.
people's accent, thanks to the painful speech therapy I had.
Yeah. Now,
So
I moved around a lot. I actually grew up in Texas, but I went to Utah during my probably more formative speaking years.
Right.
They did get the y'all out of me.
Did they have
but
to
then
beat the y'all out of you?
They didn't, but then I went back to Texas and I did get a y'all. But then I moved to Denver and I think I dropped the y'all. So and now I'm here. So yeah, I've always been told I don't sound like.
Well, Blazing just moved. He moved from one apartment to the newest. It wasn't that far away. It wasn't like, I think it was just like.
Oh, okay, like a couple blocks or something.
I think in the same building,
neighborhood.
Actually.
Oh, same neighborhood. Oh, okay.
It's the same building.
The cat is loving it. That's great. Good. Well, that's who you really need to make happy.
I thought your cat was really enjoying our new location here while we were playing Jenga. That's how narcissistic I am. It's like, oh, the cat likes us playing Jenga in the kitchen.
I don't think the cat cares where.
You don't think the cat cares where I play Jenga?
No. See, there's that table wobble again.
The worst accent in America is Bostonian. If you've heard Marty Walsh.
Oh yeah, love listening.
The mayor of Marty Walsh. He sounds like he's right from The Departed.
Yeah. Well, I must say, when I moved here, I flew in Sunday night with my boxes of stuff.
Yep.
Went straight to the corporate housing apartment and woke up the next morning to go to work. And stopped at a Dunkies on my way because I couldn't find a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And that was when I first heard that glorious accent, and I thought, I've arrived. I am here. I am in Boston. Shaking your head up.
I'm just thinking.
Okay. Are you strategizing?
Boston indeed.
Wilson.
But what's weird is about how local the accents are.
Yes.
In Boston and the surrounding area. Because you listen to Marty Walsh, you obviously grew up in Southie. But you go outside of that little community.
Well, even up north is a slightly different.
Oh, yeah.
Up on the North Shore.
Well, those efforts think that they're better than everyone else up on the North Shore.
Boston. Yeah.
My accent comes out when I start drinking. A lot of things come out when I start drinking. And one of them is my accent. Oh, Louisiana accents. Amy has kid from. Actually, all of your kid are from Louisiana.
Yeah, pretty much. Like my mother and father both grew up in Louisiana, and I have to say, my New Orleans family.
Yes.
That's the ones. My mother's from the upper at the Shreveport area,
right.
At the top of Louisiana. They do not have quite as bad. They have the southern drawl, which I like too. I like that too, James Henry. But yeah, that New Orleans accent.
So how is the New Orleans accent different from the drawl from where your mom?
I can't describe it, and I cannot do it.
Oh, okay.
It's an interesting accent. It's unique. I don't think there's another place in the country that does that. Is this my turn?
This is your turn. Okay. I just want to tell you something, that if you have your hands or your elbows on the table, and 10 seconds after I'm done with my turn, if you drop it, because of you moving the table,
it's mine. I would agree. I'm sorry. I apologize. No.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. I'll
just
take the
mean-
cheap win over a win-win.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I will watch.
Be mindful.
Be mindful.
Be mindful. See, that's what this game, even when we're doing commentary, the game is about mindfulness in a lot of ways. I have to say it, but I hate to say it, but I kind of find all the Jewish English dialect and slang quite funny. Yeah, I know a bissel. I know a bissel of Yiddish, you know?
Yeah. I Yiddish, it does make me chuckle. It's pretty funny.
Did I impress you the first time we went out? Did I impress you with any of my Yiddish? Did I throw any Yiddish words out there?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't remember any. I certainly don't remember thinking, oh boy, I love his Yiddish.
Yeah. This is my big selling point.
Tobin, very good point. I think, yes, the TV, you hear basically non-regional accents. And I would agree. I think that's pretty much everyone.
Like the Bugs Bunny Brooklyn accent, I think, is dying.
Yes.
That's what I heard. I actually read that in a legitimate periodical.
Oh.
That the Bugs Bunny Brooklyn accent is on the way out. Here we go.
Yeah. I actually took a class on television, sociology of television in college.
And I would have been more impressed if you took a class on Bugs Bunny and the Brooklyn dialect.
A whole class.
I would have been.
Well, maybe that was
amazing.
Maybe that was a part of the class. But
Maybe it was.
No, I remember hearing that at the time. That was a few years ago.
Turn down the lighting a little bit. There we go. It's your turn, love. Don't like that at all. You know what's remarkable is that we are Americans here in America, and we haven't even talked about Super Bowl Sunday, right?
Yes!
Is that incredible?
I was like, yes, we are Americans here. What are we supposed to be doing? Dutch peoples. Oh, well, Andy likes to say that the Boston accent is more like the mother tongue.
Well, once again,
than even British English.
From what I've read from legitimate sources, though I cannot remember what that source was, is that colonials typically hold on to the mother tongue better than people back in the old country. So I assert that people in Boston speak English like the original colonists did, or more like, Mother England, people in Mother England back in the 18th century.
Sure.
That's what I think.
And I think we can prove that.
Don't make me get my Google out, because I'll do it. I'll do it right here in the middle of this
I'm
game.
not asking you to cite your source. I'm just wondering how you could prove that that Bostonians speak more like. See, you're getting faster chats than I am.
Oh, yes, because you see, I have two chat windows open. I have the YouTube, video open, silent, and the chat does come faster than it does.
That's
on
odd,
StreamYard.
because you would think StreamYard is the source, right?
Oh, that is happening. The Super Bowl. That's right. We had to do some remedial football.
We did. We had to learn some things about who's playing.
We know Tom Brady's
we
playing.
knew that.
And then it's like, oh, he's playing for that team.
The other team. Yeah, the Buccaneers.
Right. And then I had to Google who was actually playing the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So first we started off with what we know, which is, I think, always a good strategy. I know that Tom Brady's playing. What team does he play for? Okay. Now, what team are they playing today?
And it's funny because you did say it was Patrick Mahomes, but you didn't know what team that was. And I said, I believe it's Kansas City.
Yes, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Blazing. Blazing points out StreamYard is the source of your stream, but it receives all the chat from us from YouTube.
Oh, makes sense.
So it goes from one point to another point and bounces back to StreamYard.
A lot of sense, actually, because you're actually commenting on YouTube, not on
yes.
StreamYard. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
See, I try to surround myself with people smarter than me in the chat, my personal, non-online life? Is this what my life is like in the pandemic? I have an online life and a non-online life.
You know, I heard recently that you are a lifestyle vlogger.
Oh, I am. That's my joke. That's my joke. Is that I'm a lifestyle vlogger and a video blogger.
I think that blurs the line between your online life and your non-online.
I think
life.
you're right.
Yeah. So
considering I was talking to my mom for the first time ever.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Oh, look, I just found a piece. Let's see. Ever to the Tom Brady. Yeah, I have to tell you, James Brady, we were talking about, Amy and I were talking about earlier about who we're going to chat for, and that effing MAGA hat.
Yeah.
Brady wore.
That image just burned, seared into our heads.
Not only is he not a patriot now,
right,
but he wore that MAGA hat.
Yeah. And you can make the argument that people in this area dislike him.
Oh, blazing book! You're living the dream, brother. That's what you are. You're living the dream.
That's great. Wow, it's like you stacked these like
intentionally to mess you over. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Job well done. And you just like plopped it down there.
I like to plop. I feel like there's a little less.
I feel like there's more, like there's less chance of it falling down.
For some reason. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I gotta get it down fast and leave it fast. Like get out of there fast.
You just feel like you gotta get in and out.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But I could be wrong.
I think you could be wrong.
Wow.
I'm not a Superman, but I'm baffled by how the tower is still standing. Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
Andy thinks I have magic powers sometimes.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about that.
He's like...
Well, you were the architect major.
I was an architecture
you were the architect major
for 1 year.
So, I mean, maybe I'm a dipstick. So, in all reality, I should be given some kind of bonus because you're an architect major.
Oh, right. Yeah. A bonus. Did you feel like you need a Jenga handicap?
I don't want to use that word to tell you the truth. Okay, I think it's ableist in some way.
It is, but that is the proper term for what do they call it?
I don't even know what you would call it, but I think I should just win. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I think I should just win. Let's just say that.
Let's
just call it what it is.
I don't know. There's ever a time, Andy, when you would think
I shouldn't win.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice poke.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Taking a bowl right now.
Token.
Now we got that.
Token.
Nice. All right, you're up. Uh-oh.
What?
Go.
It's not going to go, you guys. Here's what I think the non-architects don't understand. Is that there's a lot of movement in buildings.
Can you move?
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And they can withstand quite a bit. In fact, they are designed. If you've ever stood in a tall skyscraper at the top and watched the blinds,
do they sway?
They actually sway, but it's funny. The blinds themselves are not swaying. The building is swaying. Yes, it's true.
That's terrifying.
It is actually true.
That's terrifying.
The blinds are hanging straight down.
Right.
The building.
Wow.
It's moving. It's crazy. Yeah. Blew your mind just then, didn't I?
I did. I did not realize the blinds would yeah.
Oh.
What we got? 5. How you doing, 5?
See, that's a drop situation. You might want to just plop that down there.
I did plop it down.
A little bit.
I wanted to be, I don't think plopping is the way to go. Okay, so tell me this. This is a really heavy table, right? This is a heavy table. I don't think it should be shaking as much as it is.
Okay, but consider how it's built. Like it's right?
Yeah.
It's just a piece of glass sitting on top of 4 small points.
All right, I can see that.
Yeah. So it's not.
Andy learns physics. That's what this lesson is. Hi, hello.
No plopping?
It's up to you. You're the one who beat me last time, so I don't think I'm fit to tell you, the winner.
Oh, Tons of Mice is here too.
Tons of Mice.
Chicken out on Battleship.
You know,
why didn't we play Battleship?
I gotta tell you why.
Okay, I didn't know.
Because the game Battleship is out in the car.
Oh yeah, and it's snowing by the way.
And it is snowing AF.
Yeah,
and I am not going outside in my fuzzy pants
no, to get the
Battleship game. But don't worry, there will be Battleship. But today I thought Jenga would be the way to go. And he really has a girlfriend. Yes, Dr. Mordecai, thank you. Not just my whole,
She's not just a presence on YouTube.
No, not just
some
a presence.
Stranger that calls herself
some
the
bot I have. Putting on. She doesn't live in Canada. Is not, a real life person.
Blazing Wizard Pope says we can't see Andy. There's something literally blocking the view.
Well, this is about the best view of me. This is it right here. I'm about to start playing and get that there's nothing loose.
Now you've talked about the fingernails.
I just used the fingernail.
I know, I saw it. I just saw you use the fingernail. I heard you talking about it the other day.
I found it to be an effective method.
It's interesting.
Andy was down in 7-Eleven as a complete stranger invited them coughing Jenga. And since COVID made the most, who would refuse? Well,
Oh yeah, we'll all just risk our health. Our lives
that's what I do.
To come play coffee.
That's why
and
I pick
Jenga.
up most of my romantic liaisons in the 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Oh, I'm jealous. It's 70 degrees and not a cloud in the sky.
We were in LA last year.
In December.
And we were amazed at just sitting outside and having a meal.
Right, just in the middle of December.
Did I have my shorts on? I didn't.
I don't think you even packed shorts because we didn't know that it was going to be so lovely.
It was so beautiful in LA.
We were so happy.
Am I proposing it? No.
What?
Proposing. No.
Oh God, no.
No. Amy and I are both happy, happily divorced. And if something's working really well, why would you want to interfere with that? In fact, that was one of the things I told my mom last night, first time ever conversation. She asked me if I was married, and I said, no, I'm happily divorced. She laughed, and so that helps.
That's good. It's good that she has a good sense of humor.
Well, you got to ease people into it.
Yeah,
you got to ease people into Andy.
Yeah, what you do, exactly.
On bended knee. No. I will be on bended knee for Jenga, but not for anything else. Church, romantic reasons, no bended knee for Andy.
Now, does anyone remember how high we got last time? We're at 25.
25. Well, we should be higher than that. Well, we should get to something higher than that.
I'm just trying to remember if we're going to beat our tower from last time.
I'm living the rule that you can't blame me for premarital sex if I never get married. True that, Blazing. True that.
Then it's just sex.
then you're just fucking happy. That's what you are.
Fucking am happy.
Yeah. Marriage is overrated. Yeah, I think from both of our personal experiences. I mean, I'm not going to speak for you. I'm just going to speak for myself. But marriage, I feel, was something, at least for me, that I felt like, oh, that's just,
That's what you do.
What you do. This is the next stage in life.
Me too. Yeah. It's a societal, social construct.
It is an assumption
that we don't really question enough.
At least our generation did, and I think people
older,
younger than us,
are starting
it.
to. Yeah. James Henry, 28. What is that? How many years you've been married? How's the mouse? What's 20? Oh, 28 is our levels. Oh, our previous one. Okay. Sorry, yes. Thank you, James. Okay, 1, 2, now 3, I know. 4, 5, 6, Sorry. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We were on level 26 right here. Yeah. All right.
All right, it's your turn. Oh, Amy.
Oh, that was close.
That was close. Oh! At least it wasn't me this time. You did that on purpose. You just did that to make me feel better about myself.
Well, I'm just,
Did you just do that to make me feel better? That's good.
You had a rough
I had a rough time.
Yeah.
I had a rough time. You know what? These Jenga streams, they actually go very fast for me. Jenga, is that what you're supposed to yell? Are you supposed to like scream out Jenga?
Oh, are you?
Because usually it's like OF, AF, or some kind of swearing, cursing sound.
Dr. Mordecai, how do you get a maid if you don't marry? Well,
my ex-wife made out pretty well. I was the homekeeper. Or maybe she didn't make out pretty well.
Levels. Thanks for keeping track, James Henry. From 26 to no. None.
Yeah, to nothing. So I'm going to be streaming later on tonight, 10:30, with my buddy Jack.
Correct.
I'll probably talk more about the adoption stuff and talking to my mom and my half-sister, or my sister, as I will refer to her as. And we'll see what's going on with Jack, because Jack's got some kind of Satan stuff going on. Because they're Valentine's Day, Lupa Subcabra. I don't know if that's what the Satanists call it, but there's some kind of Satan holiday thing right around Valentine's Day. All right, everyone. Thanks for showing up. Tomorrow, I'm doing a good Christian woman would make her sandwiches for her husband. Maybe you should convert. Maybe you should just convert for the sandwiches for me. My sandwiches.
Okay, you convert to Christianity first, then I'll make you sandwiches.
Is that how it works?
Oh yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I don't know how.
We'll see how much you want the sandwiches.
No matter what kind of sandwiches, I guess. That's what I think. All right, everyone. I'm back here doing talky stuff at 10:30 tonight with my buddy Jack. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing the news show. We're going to talk about people rioting at the Capitol who weren't voters, because there's numbers that came out showing there's a certain percentage.
Nice.
Not unsubstantial.
Are you going to do a story about Trump and SAG?
Yep, the SAG card, the SAG stuff, the Screen Actors Guild issue with Trump, all that crazy stuff. All right. Take care, everyone. Thanks for showing up. I had a lot of fun, as always.
Yes, I did too. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, well, I thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Take care, everyone. Be good. Be strong.
All right. We're out.